outline them. So, with respect to the EFCC, as you know, I had served as the Chief of Staff and the Commissioner for Finance at various times in the past. And I'm also sure that a lot of us are aware of a time in our journey as a country, uh, particularly in this Fourth Republic, where it was fashionable for people to be, when there's an allegation of crime, um, the style then was if you couldn't get to the suspect, you get someone in proxy, you know, as what maybe today referred to as placeholder. So I think that there was a time in this in our history where that was the order of the day, and at the time that I had anything with EFCC was at this particular time that I've just referred to, where it was nothing to do about me as a person. It had to do with the office where I headed, and I needed to make certain clarifications, and perhaps it would turn out that the clarifications I provided to the officers, or maybe it was felt that perhaps holding me or keeping me behind might get to whoever was the target of the investigation. But what I can assure you is that when I got involved originally with this EFCC matter, we were written as a state. The state, there was a letter written to the state demanding for certain officers to attend to EFCC for an interview, as they would refer to it then. My name wasn't mentioned in that letter. I was never, so I volunteered to go for that interview because of the office I was holding. So it was, it was out of my own self-volition that I went to speak to EFCC. And so, to cut the long story short, I have never been convicted by EFCC. I was never engaged in any plea bargain of whatsoever kind. What happened was, even before the trial commenced in the matter in question, my name and two other people were struck out. So I had never attended any trial for whatever charge that was brought at the time. So I was never the target of the investigation. I was never the target of whatever allegation or suspicion at the time. They felt at best I was to be used maybe as a placeholder. And as I said, before the commencement of the trial, my name, and these are public records. So if indeed the people that are parading these rumors and fake news, if indeed they were interested in knowing the truth, these documents are there. They are court records. You don't need to make any efforts to find out, So, but again, when you have, of course, people in a race and they do not believe in a fair contest, and to them it would appear as if the will of the people can be thwarted, maybe through a court, and all they rely on is to see how that can be achieved. And then I have been, of course, as I said, a victim of several malicious attacks, people engaging in politics of and campaign of calumny, maligning me, vilifying me, ridiculing and blackmailing. So I've been exposed to all sorts. So I want to put the record straight. I have never, and I say never, and I challenge anyone to come up with any shred or modicum of evidence where I made a plea bargain, or as I said, I never even, the trial was never started when my name, and it wasn't that I asked for my name to be struck out. It was the prosecution who moved that my name be struck out. So I was never, part of any trial, and not to talk of a plea bargain. Okay. Then I think the second